In the Victorian era, fish keeping was an intriguing hobby that involved creating a unique living space for their aquatic pets. This living space was affectionately referred to as an aquarium. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The term aquarium wasn't always used to refer to the massive tanks we see today. Instead, it was a cozy little home for your fish. In this cramped space, your fish would thrive alongside other aquatic creatures, such as snails and plants. These miniature ecosystems were often kept in rooms with windows that would remain open. The reason behind this, to allow for natural light and airflow to circulate freely. When these aquariums were showcased in public events or exhibits, they were displayed at eye level on tables. This was done to ensure that everyone could appreciate the beauty of these tiny underwater worlds without having to strain their necks too much. But what about cleaning? That's right. You might be wondering how these early Victorians kept their aquariums clean. The simple answer: they replanted them. That's right. They would replace the growing algae with freshly cut flowers or plants from a neighboring greenhouse. Now, when we're talking about the most popular fish for Victorian times, we're not referring to any ordinary aquarium residents. We're talking about none other than the iconic goldfish. Yes, you heard it right, goldfish. The Victorians were incredibly smitten by this vibrant, lively species. They went all out in their quest to bring these beautiful underwater creatures into their homes. Let me paint a picture for you. These keen individuals would use nothing short of a bucket to go and scoop up the freshest water directly from a lake or a pond or river. They would then transport this water back to their homes and introduce this water to their aquariums. And get this, the Victorians would even meticulously clean the glass inside the aquarium with a toothbrush, ensuring that their little underwater world was perfect. We're about to delve into a truly fascinating subject. What plants did the Victorians keep in their aquariums? You heard it right. The Victorians were not just interested in fish. They also had a keen eye for the lush greenery that adorned their aquariums. Now I know you might be thinking of a bustling underwater ecosystem with vibrant fish and colorful corals. But guess what? The Victorians were all about adding plants to their aquariums too. They believed that having these plants not only enhanced the aesthetic appeal of their aquariums, but also provided a natural habitat for the fish. So, let's take a moment to appreciate some of the most popular plants that grace these Victorian aquariums. One such plant is the Anubias nana, a low-maintenance and versatile species that thrives in many types of aquarium setups. Then there's the Java fern, another low-maintenance option that can even be attached to driftwood or rockwork for adding visual effects and interest. The Hoilia angustifoliais, another plant that was commonly used by the Victorians in their aquariums. How did the Victorians maintain the aquarium water temperature? You might be surprised to find that these ingenious Victorians had a secret weapon up their sleeve. A hot brick. It might sound a bit unconventional, but this method was surprisingly effective. The process was simple. They would heat a common brick in the oven and then carefully place it into the aquarium. This would not only warm the water, but also create a cozy environment for the fish to thrive in. What's even more fascinating is that this method wasn't just used for aquariums, but also for ponds during colder months by placing these heated bricks at the deep end of the pond, so they would create a comfortable habitat. You might be surprised to learn about the unusual food choices for our aquarium friends. Let's delve in then. So, grab your snorkels and let's jump right in. In the Victorian era, fish keepers had their hands full with more than just feeding and caring for their aquarium inhabitants. They were also responsible for providing their own food. It's fascinating to think that some of the fish in these early aquariums were actually fed by their keepers' homemade foods. So, what exactly did these compassionate Victorians feed their fish? Well, it turns out they tried out a wide variety of foods, from boiled beetroot to potatoes, even slices of bread. While this might seem a bit unorthodox to us today, it was simply a way to keep their fish healthy and thriving. Now, let's not get carried away with this practice. Today, we know much better about what fish need and what is healthy for them. Feeding your pet fish human food is not recommended. Is it true what they say, that fish keeping was considered an expensive hobby back then? We delve deeper into this fascinating era. This was not uncommon for households in the Victorian era to own an aquarium. This wasn't just for luxurious residences, even for humble homes. But here's the thing, they just didn't fill these aquariums with water and then call it a day. Nope, they were brimming with life. And let me tell you, these weren't just any ordinary fishes either. They were unique and rare species that added a touch of elegance and luxury to these quaint homes. These Victorian-era aquariums often featured exotic species like goldfish and the other vibrant creatures from the tropics. These unique fish were not only coveted for their beauty, but also for their ability to thrive in water that was slightly warmer than the standard room temperature. This video has been inspired by the TikTok platform Third Place Aquatics. Please visit her channel for more fish care tips. You will find this channel inspiring. And if you want to learn how to care for your pet goldfish, please visit Fish Bish on TikTok. This channel will provide you with guidance on how to properly care for your goldfish. A truly knowledgeable fish keeper and great viewing. Finally, we would like to mention another excellent social media outlet. It's Father Fish on YouTube. If you are interested in keeping your aquarium life in a natural habitat, please visit and subscribe to Father Fish. This is one of the most inspiring aquarium channels on social media today. Sand and mud substrates are key, like the Victorians used. Implemented in this brilliant channel, care and love of natural fish keeping are the absolute focus. Aquarium Magic highly recommends visiting this channel.